Hey, what's up? Love ya. And I'm gonna be reacting to the Bobby and Khalyla breakup on Tigerbelly. I had just seen a video of her kind of crying about the relationship and people gaining up on her being Khalyla, and it seems like she's been like holding back a little bit of speaking about everything. And I feel like they always are kind of doing that, which I don't really fault them for, but also they do put a lot of their personal life out there, so I understand why people kind of get into things. It's like myself. If people started getting into my personal life, I've talked about my personal life, so it's not like totally out of the question for people to kind of be talking about that. You know, uh, just yeah. Okay. So anyway, one thing I'm surprised at is like people keep digging at Khalyla, and I understand that earlier when it was just came out that she was like seeing some guy in Hawaii and had an open relationship, and it seemed as though she was the one who proposed it and whatnot. And from everything I'm hearing, it sounds like that wasn't really the case, and especially right now, what Bobby Lee is going to say is like that it really sounds to me that she tried to put it in a real effort and she really loved him and she tried to rekindle their romance and all these things. Like, it seemed like she really genuinely cared and wanted to make the relationship work. Um, do I think she's completely innocent of all uh, errors in the relationship or any wrongdoings? Definitely not. Definitely not. But it seems that Robbie is saying himself that he has caused major problems in the relationship, and I don't know if people just don't believe Khalyla or what, but she had said that he cheated on her first. So, I mean, once that happens, it's like, uh, to me, that seems like the ultimate in a relationship. You've done the worst thing you could do, basically. So, I'm not really sure why people would keep piling on Khalyla after that. Um, Again, not saying she's perfect to any degree or justified in doing certain things, but um, if he cheats and then I think they said that it was his idea for open relationship. I'm not sure, but like he wasn't like giving her physical attention, and I don't know. It just sounds like pretty bad. I mean, I think they hearing all of this after, I think they could have worked things out, but for a variety of reasons. Anyway, I'll watch this and then I'll just say I've already talked a lot, so let's see.
Um, it's been not over. It's not over. I mean, in the sense that you know we. I want to say that Khalyla is the love of my life, my best friend. Um, if there was a book about my life, she would be. If there was 10 chapters, she'd be four of them at least, five of them.
Give me half.
And I'll give you half a chapter. Yeah,
Give her half the book.
She changed my life in so many different ways. She reinvented who I was, and yeah, um, and the reason why we're announcing that is because there are things that people believe online that aren't true, and I want to address those things because it's causing a lot of pain in our house. And I'm going to start with my part in it. And my part is this. Years ago, Khalyla had this heart condition. And it started in the Philippines. And we were in the Philippines, and I had to carry her into a taxi, and we thought she was going to die. And, after that, at home, we just would have the ambulance at our house 2 or 3 times a week. We'd always constantly go to the hospital at 5 in the morning. And at that point in my relationship with her, I changed a bit, and it became um, I was just worried about her, keeping her alive, and I think that it shifted the relationship. You know what I mean? Um, so a lot of the sexual stuff that I felt before that had diminished, and it became more of a caretaker. Not caretaker. This is a terrible word to use, but like I was extremely worried about her. And when you're in that kind of situation, a lot of that energy, and it changes the relationship. At least, And then I began to fantasize about other women. I would watch porn every single night, and and this is over years of this. And I just distinctly remember there were moments where we would sit down and she would be crying, going, "What happened with us?" There's no point of
So right there is what I'm talking about. It's like it seems like she's very upset and she wants to make a strong relationship. She wants that strong connection genuinely, not just for selfish gain or whatever. But I don't know. It's out of Bobby's mouth. It's not even her saying this. So
Let me see. Um, I feel like you don't know me anymore. I want you to get to know me again. And a lot of times I would do false promises like, "Trust me, I'm just going through a phase," or "I'm working on it," or whatever. And I would,
so I think he just said there that he like admitted that he was lying or like let's see.
there's no intimacy. Um, I feel like you don't know me anymore. I want you to get to know me again. And a lot of times I would do false promises like,
False promise, alive
"Trust me, I'm
basically.
just going through a phase," or "I'm working on it," or whatever. And I would, you know, basically shrug it off and s- tell her that we're going to deal with it in the future or whatever it might be. But this is years of this. I mean, in fact, there were times where she would plan vacations so that she could rekindle some of the magic that we had.
Again, trying to make the relationship work, trying to fix things, trying to make things better, trying to build that connection back. I mean that doesn't seem to me someone who is just completely selfish and trying to be a just selfish person, gold digger or whatever.
Had lost. One time we were in Hawaii to do that. It was the first time I went to Hawaii. That wasn't a work-related thing, and I think we tried. You know, and it looked optimistic maybe sometimes, but I don't know. I have to say that a lot of it was my fault. And I was in therapy talking about it. We did couples therapy and stuff, and so it eventually got to the point where obviously people have needs, you know, and she had needs, and we didn't know what to do because of many things. Number one, like I said, we literally are best friends. We spend 24 hours a day together. We created Tigerbelly together. We have other things that we want to do. We have 7 animals. We live together. Her niece lives with us. We're a family, and there's a warmth in the house, and it feels like a family, like I said. But it got to the point where it's like, what else? If I'm not going to change, and I'm not, and trust me, I tried. Um, so it got to the point where I was like, we threw out suggestions and things that would, I was mindful about how Khalyla can maybe, get her needs fulfilled.
So he's not being very clear about whose idea it was in the first place, who said these things, but from my interpretation, from what I'm hearing, he's kind of making it sound like it was his idea to open the relationship up to, as he says, get her needs fulfilled, physical needs, referring to. So, yeah, we don't know for sure, but that's what think most people would agree with me. I'm not sure.
right? And I threw out suggestions. Maybe you see somebody else. You know what I mean?
Oh, there you go. Should have waited 2 seconds, but there you go.
And I said it a couple of times. I also want to address something that
Not just once, a couple of times. So I mean, if he brought this up for her to see someone else a couple times, I don't see any reason to keep piling on Khalyla. It's, again, apart from not everybody's perfect and she's, you know, mistakes in relationships and whatnot. But if Bobby cheated, which is what Khalyla said, and he's suggesting that she go outside of the relationship, find someone else, it's what he just said. I mean, I don't know. I could fault Khalyla. I'm trying to say anything against Bobby. I mean, he's trying. He said he tried a lot. I think they both are very mentally, emotionally, in my personal opinion, spiritually damaged. But yeah, I don't know. I guess that's what I was gonna say. But I think they could have worked these things out, honestly. But I think they're getting help from the wrong places. They're not, and I don't know. Anyway,
happened with my brother. And this is a very sensitive thing for me. Anyone listening to Tigerbelly and are familiar with our podcast knows the things that have been going on. You know what I mean? It's been a nightmare. So essentially, my brother said some things to a random person that were not true. He has, to me personally, apologized. You know what I mean? For me, you know what I mean? And I think he knows his mistake, but I don't know fully, you know what I mean, how he feels. But essentially, he said things like, Khalyla was a gold digger. I have to say that to people listening, that, when I met Khalyla, I had no money. I was making, I can tell you what I was making on the road. I had no other prospects of cash. The only amount of money I was making is through doing a B room sometimes and getting not a door deal, but getting like, a guarantee, So it's not, I mean, compared to all my peers and stuff, really. And when I met her, she kind of reinvented my thing. I made my money with her. She has her own money, right? All the things that I have in my life, right, is a direct result of meeting her and her and I building a business together. Other things have grown out of that, like it rekindled my acting career. I've done well when it comes to selling things and whatnot. It's been very good, but without her, I don't know where I'd be. So him saying that she's a gold digger is not true. She's not. She's never asked for anything. And he said things like she's keeping, you know what I mean, me from other people, right, or something like that, or and during the pandemic, we didn't see anybody. I'm tired of people thinking that I don't make my own decisions. Everything that I do, I make my own decisions. I'm Bobby Lee. I do what I want, right? And during the pandemic, I was super fucking scared. I didn't know anything about this virus. I didn't leave the house for a year and a half. I didn't even go to the grocery store for a year and a half, right? And I didn't see my brother. You know what I mean? I didn't see my mom, right? I didn't see anybody, right? And I think that my brother thought that was, me disappearing, or, you know what I mean? Or, something was going on, that was like, I don't know. I don't know what he was thinking. But and yeah, with all that stuff that he said, I don't know if you got even if people even listening knows, but he had texted some random person his gripes that were absolutely unfounded and not true, and people have taken that and ran with it online, and it's really hurtful to Khalyla. It's hurtful to me, um, and I just wanted to address it. So just and another thing that I want to add is, I was blatantly flirting with other people, and there was things that she caught me in that were like, I mean, kind of, you know, it took her aback that I did some lying. You know what I mean?
So right there, he said he was flirting with other people, and she said that he cheated. And I don't know if she meant like in the flirting, that was like a form of cheating. Um, he doesn't ever admit to, having physical encounters outside of the relationship. So I guess that would be the biggest question mark is maybe, she felt that he was emotionally making these connections with other people, flirting or whatnot, and in that sense cheating, and and then you know she went outside the relationship physically. But even if that's the case, even if it was just this emotional thing, he still was he still brought it up. He still made the suggestion for her to do so. So I mean, I think it's very hard to falter there, and it depends on where your values are. My personal values are. I think if you're looking at porn in your relationship, I think that's a form of cheating. Many people would disagree with me, but that's what I think. If you're like looking at people in lustful ways um, outside of the relationship, and yeah, I think if you're flirting, I mean, cheating. I'm not sure if it's the right word, but it's. I could definitely. I wouldn't argue with somebody if they thought it was cheating or if they said it's cheating, because maybe I agree. I don't know. It's a difficult thing to talk about. But uh, you know, or if you kiss someone on the cheek or on the lips, is that cheating? I think probably for sure. No, it is for sure. Uh, and yeah, I would say flirting is just it's so close to cheating that I would probably say it's cheating. So anyway, I mean, it looks like Khalyla has really like emotionally damaged and drained through this, and I know people were really really adverse um, to any sort of uh, dialogue that could make it seem as though Bobby might be doing something wrong. And I understand it especially with like comedians, and especially if it is this sort of situation where he was famous and he said he didn't have money. I think he was maybe just doing okay. Probably didn't have much, but he was famous, and that's a big thing. And so then she joins his life, and she wasn't, and now she is a little bit famous and has some money. So it's easy to kind of go, okay, find who the bad guy here. And believe me, you know, I try to be fair with everything, but probably because of my own, life experiences and things, like if I were to say I'm more biased towards men or women and believing men or women um, or whatever, just bias, I go for or against. I'm probably more biased for men and against women. So for me to come and say this, all of these things, I think says a lot in how I think it's very fair to be like, you know, it seems as though Khalyla, um, there's not a good reason to keep kicking her in this situation. She seems to be down, and I don't know. I hope she's doing better, but you know, um, as much as women might say that they're okay with men watching porn, I think a lot of them aren't, and I think a lot of people kind of pretend as though something is okay in a relationship. I really doubt Bobby would love it as with her talking about other guys, um, compliment overly complimenting them, and how much she would want to be with them and how hot they are. You know, a guy might say, "Oh, it doesn't bother me," but it probably does, and vice versa. You know, like if a girl is watching porn, a guy,
And there were
excuse me, I think the guy, good chance, wouldn't love it, and also if the guy was talking about other women and saying how great they were and how they would love to be with them, she wouldn't love it. So there's a lot of these things that, like, I don't know, especially nowadays, people are like, oh, just be open minded or be, you know, everything's fine, you know, kind of thing. Where it's not. It's like there's a lot of things that bother people, and it's okay if you don't like something. You don't have to tolerate stuff that makes you feel like the relationship is damaged, or like it it really hurts you to the core of yourself and emotionally. Um, I think you should be able to talk about these things and uh, not be accused of, or not be made fun of, or tell someone just let people be honest with what they feel and think. And I think that's one of the problems here is like kind of allowing behavior to go on which isn't good for a relationship. And on the surface, it just, you know, people kind of go, oh yeah, it's okay, but they don't really realize the damage they're causing. So, yeah, I'll let it play out and maybe talk more later.
were things that, none of this was like an anomaly, or is that the right word, or out of nowhere. It's a reaction, right, to my behavior. um, I've done a lot of growth in the last 6 months, and changes. I put some hard boundaries down, and I don't really give a shit, to be honest with you, what people think. um, I don't give a fuck. um, and the people that are saying shit about me, and go fuck yourself. Because you don't know. This is my personal life, and this is our life, and it's like, they're being very mean toward Khalyla, and I've had enough of it. You know, it's unfounded, not true, um, and she's a good girl, and I love her very much, and I wish people would stop. You know, I really do. Um, so that's pretty much everything in a nutshell for me. Like, I love Khalyla. I love my brother as well. He hurt me. He hurt me. It was painful. Um, that being said, I know through time things will heal, and But here's the good news. I, I'm. We're not stopping Tigerbelly. We're not. We're good. We're good. We're not stopping. I'm never gonna see anybody else in my life. I just know. I have no interest.
Are you a priest?
Oh, no. I have no interest. I really have no interest. You know what I mean?
You just need time to heal. You don't know that.
Yeah. Anyway, that's how I feel. You know what I mean? I'm not compromising. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna watch your movies. You know, I'm just telling the future. If there was a future, I'm not gonna go to your restaurant. I'm gonna eat what I want to eat. Oh, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna listen. I don't. You know what I mean? I'm gonna play 20 hours of video games if I want to, and whatnot. And so that's that.
But if you have a real interest in
I have no interest. I have no interest in any of that.
No, I'm just telling any girl.
I'm not listening. I will not listen. I will not cuddle. I will not cuddle. I will not listen, and I don't give a fuck. All right, I'm not doing any of it. It's not who I am. So that's that. This has nothing to do with, you know what I mean, anybody else or my desires or whatever. It has to do with preserving Tigerbelly. Khalyla and I we're great together. We have great ideas. We're producing another thing together. We're going to do a book. You know what I mean? And I'm super excited about the future of my business here. We have a great family, and that's it. That's all I wanted to say.
It's me go.
Yeah. You have anything, Khalyla?
Yeah, I just I'm sad, but I love you, and that's it. Just give me a second.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. This podcast has like changed my life. I never thought that I could ever like dabble in anything creative. Like, you know that question earlier when you were like, "What's one thing your younger self would like never believe?"
Yeah.
Is that I would even be allowed, or that I would allow myself like a creative outlet, you know. And yeah, this podcast has changed my life, and even though difficult, there isn't like a moment of regret that I spent 10 years of my life with you. You're so much better at talking. I'm just like, I don't know why I just can't talk. But yeah, there isn't like even tiny bit of regret that I spent the last 10 years of my life with you, or that I gave you my firm skin years. I'm a little salty about that.
Yeah. You look great, baby. Yeah.
And I'm sorry that
Hit the road. Yeah. Hit the road. You look great, baby. Good luck out there.
I have so much. I don't know. It's kind of like this weird thing that we made, you know. And I wanna keep going, and I want to. Funny enough, I think that we've never been closer.
Mm-hmm.
Like
we've been talking.
Like almost like every day, like since we decided to kind of like let go of the label. We've just been, I don't know, able to hang out more, be more truthful with one another. We're not trying to like mince each other's words to try to like protect each other's feelings. We're just being really like blunt and honest and open, and it's been so much more fun being around each other.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, I just want to thank you guys for sticking around, and I hope that you continue on this journey with us.
Oh, they will. They will, because I kept telling Khalyla this, and I want to reassure you, both of you, right, of the magic of it. Is like that Saturday night when we did the live show at the Ace Theater. There is something there that I kind of got. You know what I mean? Why we do it and why we need to keep doing it. We're not the most popular podcast in the world. I don't think we ever will be. You know, like we're never going to be a Joe Rogan. We're never going to be a Segura probably, or any of these other ones, right? But I'm okay with that, because the people that do listen to us are like-minded, and I can't be anything else, right? That's the thing. This is the first thing in my life. Yeah, I always try to fit into these, like, I'm on a sketch show, so I gotta learn these characters. I was like fitting into these environments the best I could. You know what I mean? Or if I'm on a sitcom, like, you think when I'm on Sex and the City or whatever that I'm myself? No, I'm this Christian. I show up and go, "Hello, Sarah. How was your night? You look great." I mean, I'm like not who I am, right? But in this environment, this is essentially, give or take, what I am or who I am. I fumble words. I don't know what I'm talking about. That's who I am. You know what I mean? So, it's the easiest thing to do, right? and it doesn't give me heartache. It doesn't give me stress. It's the most enjoyable thing that I've ever done in this business. Okay, and so we have a good thing here, and I'm not gonna let anyone tell me different. You know, I'm not gonna let people online try to destroy us, and they're not gonna do it. We're gonna keep going, and hopefully we'll grow a little, you know, and we're fine. I think we're fine.
Where are you guys on this?
Yeah, let's hear your views.
I think I'm definitely sad. I think I've talked to both of you different times throughout this whole process, so I think I've already been processing it. Where not even worried about the podcast if it were to ever end, which I know it wouldn't. You guys have talked about.
You're fired.
Okay. George, go ahead. No, it just brings me. I think I already grieved you guys together as a couple, but I've also seen, like, I see a lot that people don't see, and I think you guys were unhappy for a while, and it really, really, I don't know, I just saw the pain from both of you at times, and I was like, fuck, like, I want you guys to be together forever, like the audience does, Mama and Papa forever, but it's like, Mama and Papa aren't doing well when they're together right now, so I think that you guys made the very important decision to do this. And it saddens me that you guys aren't together, but knowing that you guys are on this way to just be way happier individually is, I guess I look forward to that. But sadness.
But you know what's changed though? I mean, we sleep on the same bed together.
He doesn't want to let me go, you guys.
Yeah.
He's like, free Bobby, free me.
Yeah.
He has me hostage.
Merch.
I've literally been like,
He's not
I'm
leaving.
looking for another place to live, and he's like,
No.
no.
I think I feel kind of emotional about it. I think they have genuine love for each other, and it's yeah, I know people might be upset with me, but I think it's, I don't know. I think they both are emotionally, they just really need I just said I think they need God in their life, and I think they need to change their. Yeah, they're looking for meaning but not finding it, and I think you keep. I mean, Bobby seems very broken if he keeps looking at porn when he has this has happened so many times. If you look at like Tiger Woods, it's like these guys, they keep going like this addiction, and if you're addicted to porn, like it's just like if you're addicted to drugs or anything, like it's insidious, and it's never gonna stop. It's gonna keep getting worse unless you find the core of it and you fix that. And I think if you just kind of keep that going, you're always gonna have problems in your life. If you don't fix, because it's the core of that is pain and hurt and fear, and you need love. I guess that's what I mostly would say. You need real love, and true love does away with fear. There can't be fear in real, true, pure love. So it's the opposite of love. So yeah.
No.
He's not allowing me out.
No, because it's just what's changed.
Nothing's changed.
Yeah. You're stuck forever.
Listen, he's been
I'm
okay.
I'm kidding.
No, I know,
Yeah.
but I think that because we've been operating in this way for a really long time, like we didn't grow apart, not even in the slightest. If anything, we just grew closer, but we grew closer as like family, right?
Yeah.
And like, I mean, my mom and him are like best friends. You think we're best friends? No, he's best friends with my mom.
Here's the thing that I won't. Here's another thing, is her family is essentially my family. I love every single one of them. Like my own flesh and blood, and they're always going to be a part of my life. I love them that much, you know. So, but it's interesting that you haven't expressed anything, George. You know, I really need you to be like emotional and clear because I think Gilbert did it. You know what I mean? But I heard nothing from you. So go ahead. Here's your
Because
moment.
I never want to interrupt you.
So gross. Go ahead.
Inocente.
Inocente, bud.
No, I just like to see you guys and want to see you guys happy. And like it's always, I don't know. I'm sure there's a lot of pain going on in the background. But when I come in here, like lately I haven't seen the cloud as much.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's whatever. Yeah, I obviously care a lot about both of you. And yeah, I see what like other people don't see. You know, I see what we cut out of here, and whatever makes you guys happy. I don't know. I just care about you guys so much, and right now, yeah, we made a great show, and like I think like you guys are. We'll hang out. Like Bobby doesn't hang out after the shows sometimes. Like, and nowadays lately you've been hanging out afterwards.
Yeah,
There's like it's different.
Yeah, I want to. You know, It's interesting. I think it's odd. I don't know why, but I just have more of an interest in your lives. You know, both of you. I don't know why that is, but I just do. You know,
really have like straight up changed, Bobby.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that you text people back, like not the same day, but like at the same minute you received.
Well, Dominic Monaghan, I've been kind of not texting him back.
Would you like to admit why?
No, I have no reason why. I was so busy that like I have no reason why, and I feel bad about it. I love the guy. You know what I mean? I'm a fan and I'm a friend. So I should text him more back. Eric Stonestreet got mad at me for not texting him back too. So he sent me a video. I saved it of him eating a Korean lollipop, and he's like, "Whenever I eat a Korean lollipop, I have to record and send it to you." I don't know why he did that.
That's not racist.
He did that. It's not racist. But my point is that I've been trying to, but I don't know. I just have more interest, you know, in your life, especially when I saw your son too. That was really interesting to me. Congratulations. What a cute boy, and I'm proud of you.
So do I have to give you guys individual wedding invitations, or can I still put Bobby and Khalyla as one?
Dude,
I'd like my own.
Okay.
you know that we're going to the Philippines in September.
Yeah.
Bobby and I and all of
Guess
us.
we're all going
'cause
to.
We're all going
we have a project that we've been working on for a while, and I had to ask him. I was like, "Do you want your own hotel room or not?"
And I said, "Yeah, I want my own hotel room."
He wants his own hotel room. And that's fine. That's
Hit
fine.
the road.
So
Hit the road, Jack.
So you, me, and George have to share one.
Oh, we'll be at our own.
Fuck you guys.
No, I thought that we were gonna share the same hotel room, but 2 different rooms or whatever.
Yeah, no, we both
Sweet,
decided.
yeah, sweet.
We're,
Not that I can sleep on the same bed. I've never really, you know, she was the first woman that I've ever had a deep sleep with, right? But still, I sleep better alone.
yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? She's the first woman I feel so comfortable with, but I've never slept a wink with anybody else.
Well, I think that like any type of stimulus bothers you, any type of light coming through, any sound, you're very sensitive. Like you wake up.
Like if you blink, I wake up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though you're the dragon snorer,
That's fine.
I don't snore. I'm very, very quiet.
Dragons snore. What's up? Right, baby?
Yeah. So to recap this, what's the future of Tigerbelly?
The future is we're going to keep going. But, you know, what I do want to do is I want to grow the company, and I want to figure out how to do that. That's all. You know, I want to do a clothing line. Other things I want to do, but...
Yeah, how do we end this, though? Abruptly.
Or how about a new song?
Okay.
Because you didn't sing a song at the beginning, so just we'll fade out a song.
Really?
A melancholy one.
Made up
Or
words.
hopeful.
Yeah. I will not compromise. I'll play video games as long as I want to. You wanna cuddle the pillow. If you wanna watch your fucking show without me. You can eat at that restaurant because I'm going to Morton's.
Steakhouse.
Yeah. I don't give a shit. Right. How was your date? How was your day? I'm kidding. I don't wanna know.
Yeah.
All right. So I would say right now, thank you for watching, and it was went much longer than I thought I would in watching basically that whole part. However, yeah, if you would comment, like, subscribe, I'd appreciate it. Thanks, love ya. If not, that's fine. And I'm gonna talk a little bit more about now religious things, so that's why I'm saying that now. So if you don't want to hear that, that's fine. But you know, I think Rababi is at a point in his life, and I think everybody's looking for meaning, but Bobby is trying to fill a hole, and I think he's trying to fill that with, you know, worldly things, and most people are, and it seems to be for him porn, and I think, you know, uh, like he said, there's maybe this joking song at the end, but he was sort of talking about things that like Khalyla wanted to do with him. She wanted to go, she wanted to watch something with him, wanted to cuddle with him, wanted to go out to eat with him, and that's, to me, that's like very sweet, and that's what a relationship is. Like, it's these, you know, doing these things together with your best friend. And so for the millionth time, I'm not saying Khalyla is without fault at all, but I think they both could use love in their life, and the only true unconditional pure love you get is from God. God is love. So yeah, that's what I'll say about that, and encourage you to also be close with God, and He's the true love, the foundation of true love, and He is love. So anyway, again, thank you very much for watching, and please comment, like, subscribe, and take care. Have a good one. Love you.